Welcome to lesson 15. My name is Andrew Swaby, and in today's lesson, we are going to be covering the minor seventh. All right, in our previous lesson, we looked at the dominant seventh, and we've also looked at the major seventh. So in today's lesson, we're going to be looking at the minor seventh. Now, a minor seventh is simply the minor chord with the seventh on top, or the dominant seventh on top. So if you played C major, right, convert that to C minor, and then add the minor seventh on top, that's what is referred to as a minor seventh chord. Now, if you thought that the minor seventh would have been this, well, this is referred to as the minor major seventh because there is a major third interval on top of the fifth. All right? But we are going to be looking at just the minor seventh, or more precisely known as the minor seventh. All right? Because it's the minor chord or the minor triad with a minor third on top. All right. Now, again, there are 4 different ways to play this, or 4 different positions to play it. So you have the root, all right. Then you would have the first inversion because you put the root on top, all right. And then the second inversion when I put the third on top, and then third inversion when I add the G on top. All right, then it would be back to my root. All right, so again, root, first inversion, second inversion, and then third inversion back to root. All right, now let's look at the progression. 1 to the 6th, to the 4, then to the 5. All right, back to the 1. Now, in the previous lesson, we looked at dominant sevenths, right? So I'm going to change out that 5 chord to be the dominant seventh. All right, that's it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the 6th chord to be there you go, for it to be a minor 7th again. So this is our minor 7th, then dominant 7th on the 5, minor 7. All right, so let's look at what I did. On A minor, which is our 6th, right? If I add G, that gives us a minor 7th. All right, it creates a more lush sound on the 6th as opposed to just, all right, when you give it that, it spreads the frequencies out a bit more, and it just sounds pleasing to the ear. All right, it sounds lush and nice. You will see different inversions played. So for example, instead of holding that, I could have done and just dropped. Alright, different inversions. Alright, back to regular. Alright. on the 1 chord, I am going to switch out the one with the major 7th. Right? Remember that? And then I'm going to go to the 6th, the minor 7th on the 6th. And then, right? And then I'm going to go to the 7th again on the 4th. Right? And then I'm going to go to the dominant 7th on the 5. Alright, so we're using up 7ths, all the 7ths that we've looked at so far. So first, alright, now you can take that and you can play in all your keys, alright, using the same chord progression. So if I took that to, let's take it to G, alright, remember on the 1, right, I had my major 7th, so 1, alright, and then to the 6th we have the minor 7th. Alright, so this, in this case, it would be E minor 7th. And then on the 4th, we have the major 7th. And then on the 5, we have the dominant 7th. And then back to the 1. Alright? Now, if I wanted to, if I am not playing with a melody, right, and I wanted this to have a more succinct movement, I could play my 1 chord using the 3rd inversion of that 7th, right, and simply move down to the 6th, right, and simply lift. Have you seen that? Alright, so in tempo, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and. See that? To the 6, 4. I can take the 5 chord and just play it regular, if that fits the mood that I'm creating better. Alright? Now if I said, hey, let's do that in B flat, you should be able to find it. To the 6, to the 4, to the 5. Check this out. Alright, so if you realize, I am implementing the different inversions. Alright, whether it's a different inversion for my 1, right, or for my 6. So this is the minor 7th. If you look, I have this in 3rd inversion because the 7th is right here. Alright, it's the first note instead of being up here. Alright, So I want you to go ahead, play that progression in all your keys. All right, check this one out. We're going to go up to the 4. Okay, so I just added the dominant 7th there to complete it. All right, and there are countless songs that uses the major 7th with the minor 7ths and the dominant 7ths. All right, case in point, I'm sure you've heard that before, or right? It's how you play the chords, right? That will make a big difference. All right, so if you have questions about our minor 7ths, you can go ahead and drop those in the chat. All right, and I will see you in the next lesson. That is it. Now, remember, the goal is not to be the best in a day. The goal is to become better every time you play. So hey, if you like that one, check out the next one. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button and let's be better together.